I don't know if this is before or after I tripped over the wire flower and got whiplash. We were running down this steep hill, and at the time the hill was barely green. It still had a lot of brown in it. It's kind of green, but there were no flowers. They were going to plant flowers, but at this time when we shot the titles, there were no flowers, so they stuck in artificial flowers, and I tripped over one and went flat and like right over on my neck, and I got whiplash. But so I don't know if that was happy before I fell or trying to look happy after I fell. You'll notice the beginning episodes, everything was much browner, and then as our sprinkler systems and everything, it kicked in, everything got greener.
You also had another problem with Jimmy McNichol.
He was a wild kid. We were in school, and he was guest starring that week, and he was difficult. He was maybe at a bad age, I don't know, and he was kind of wild. And he said, Melissa, and I was still working on something, so I was trying to finish it, and I said, just 1 second, and just as I looked up, he was trying to get my attention again, and he threw the pencil at me, and it hit me in the eye, and he got in so much trouble. Oh. Because, that could have been a big bad thing, and, boy, was he in trouble. I felt bad for him after that. He was in trouble. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is the one that was on recently. My daughter and I were flipping the channels, and there I was packed in ice, and I couldn't remember why. Oh, yeah, I'm sick, but I don't remember. What did I have?
Easy, girl.
It was the episode To Live with Fear, where you fell down because of a horse. It was the beginning of Mary's hardships. How did you feel about all these afflictions?
I thought it was a bit overdone. Yeah, everything bad did happen to me. I mean, I've lost track. And, baby died in the fire, and I don't know, there were bad things that happened to me. Yeah, maybe they thought I was the most sympathetic or something, and people would really feel it if it happened to me. I don't know, but I was kind of wishing it wouldn't happen quite so often to me.
Were you jealous that Adam got his sight back instead of Mary?
Yes, I think so.
Were you hoping to recover and have a bigger part?
No, I knew I never would. But then when they did it for him, I was hoping what would happen is that they would continue his part in the show, because then he could go off and become a lawyer or whatever and come back to the town and be part of everything. But they didn't then I felt very guilty when I left, because I didn't want Linwood out of work just because of me. So that didn't work out the way I would have hoped. I mean, he did have his sight back. They could have used him more.
And your hair, you had cut it and you had this bun?
Yeah, it was awful. Yeah, I never should have done it, because it looked so bad when they put the wig on and stuff. Ugh. Yeah, I cut my hair, and then they had to, finagle away. A lot of people did that. I mean, Charlotte Stewart had short hair, and a lot of people had short hair. But their stuff looked better than mine. Mine was, so it was my own fault. I cut my hair, and that's what I got.
After Little House, you kept acting for 10 years. Any favorite role from all the ones you played?
Actually, The Equalizer. I had a recurring role on The Equalizer, and I really liked that. That was great. I love New York. I loved the show itself. I loved spy stuff, and I don't know. It was just very exciting for me.
Then you met.
That's how we met, and I respected him as the reason I did the part in the first place on Hitchcock was because it was written by Michael, who had created The Equalizer, and I had never met him on The Equalizer because he created it and then moved on to other projects. But his name, being associated with Equalizer, I thought, well, I'll definitely do this Alfred Hitchcock. I'm sure it would be, good.
And why did you stop acting after that?
Because I slowed down a little because I was planning our wedding, and then we were having our daughter, and and I really wanted to be, because Michael still travels in his job, I didn't want to travel anymore. I wanted to be able to be home, have at least one of us home with her, and selfishly speaking, I didn't want to miss out on anything. I wanted to be there, and but I also wanted her to not have to be, you know, Melissa Anderson's daughter. You know, like I remember Michael Landon's kids going to Magic Mountain. I went with them one day with Michael, and you know, every 5 minutes, you know, he's having to sign autographs and he's having to talk to people, and his kids are being paid absolutely no attention. And it seems to me that when you have kids, the kids are the ones that should be getting the attention. You know, oh, aren't you cute? Look at you. What's your name? Da, 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 da. And to have a parent there that completely overshadows that is just such an unnatural thing, I think. And I didn't want it to be like that. And so it worked out perfectly, I think.
Yes, he's tired.
Do you miss the acting sometimes?
Sometimes I do. I'm also not a good, I shouldn't say that. I'm a good multitasker when it comes to doing things for the kids and at home, and I can handle all that. I'm not so good when I have to pack to go somewhere to do something and then pack my kids' lunches and worry about them and write lists of lunches and dinners and this and that, and be somewhere else and be thinking about them. And I just think I can't, I'm not one of those people that can do too many things at once like that. Some actors can do it. Some can go away and rely and trust on other people that everything will be fine, they'll be taken care of. But I guess I'm too much of a perfectionist or something. I think now that they're getting a little older, I can step back in just a, you know, a little bit.
Can we hope to see you again on television or in movies?
Yes, I think so. You know, I just did this 10.5 Apocalypse that they shot for NBC in Montreal, actually. And I play the First Lady of the United States. So I will be, that will be seen, I guess, aired in the fall. So it's a big 4-hour miniseries. So that's kind of nice. And it was a fun, small, but very, very warm and good role for me. So that was perfect.
Many years later, what does your Little House on the Prairie experience mean to you?
Oh, it was a great experience for me. I learned an awful lot, and you know, I have only really good memories of it. It's a shame there's not more family-oriented shows available now. There's so many reality shows. I mean, that's all we see. It's a shame. I think there's a market for it. I think people would love to see more family shows. And I'm proud of it. I'm proud to have been a part of it. It's you know, I don't have to hide it away from my kids and say, no, it's rated R, you can't see it. You know, it's something to be proud of. So you know, and then that's a tribute really to Mike Landon, because it was really his dream, and it all, you know, it's meant so much to so many people. So that's a very nice thing.
Thank you so much, Melissa.
Thank you very much.